Throughout history, people have often taken actions with specific goals in mind, only to find that the results were vastly different from, or even opposite to, what they intended. This phenomenon, known as unintended consequences, is a recurring theme in human affairs, from ancient civilizations to modern-day policy decisions. It serves as a stark reminder of the complexity of our world and the limitations of our foresight. In episode 23 of Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature, we delve into this intriguing concept and explore its implications in our lives. In ancient Rome, the assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BC exemplifies this phenomenon. A group loyal to the Republic, fearing Caesar's potential monarchy, decided to assassinate him to restore the Republic. However, this action led to chaos and a power vacuum, allowing Caesar's great-nephew Octavius to rise to power and establish a de facto monarchy, precisely what the conspirators sought to prevent. Ironically, it later emerged that Caesar had never intended to create a monarchical system. 19th century India under British colonial rule provides another striking example. To address the abundance of venomous cobras in Delhi, authorities offered rewards for dead cobras. This incentive led locals to breed cobras for profit. When the government discovered this and cancelled the program, the breeders released their cobras, significantly increasing the snake population. More recent history offers additional examples. The 18th Amendment, establishing Prohibition in the United States in 1920, aimed to curb alcoholism, but instead led to increased alcohol consumption and the rise of organized crime. Similarly, the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, intended to cripple the US naval force, instead galvanized American public opinion and led to the full mobilization of the country's resources, ultimately resulting in Japan's defeat. These unintended consequences are not limited to grand historical events. They manifest in everyday life as well. Attempts to control a rebellious teenager often backfire, leading to increased defiance. Efforts to cheer up a depressed person by pointing out positives can inadvertently deepen their sense of guilt and isolation. A spouse's attempts to foster intimacy through questioning can be perceived as intrusive, leading to further emotional distance. The root of this phenomenon lies in our tendency to react to immediate concerns without fully considering the context or potential ramifications. We often operate with insufficient information and oversimplified models of cause and effect. This non-consequential thinking is particularly prevalent in the modern world, where easy access to information can create an illusion of understanding without true depth. To mitigate unintended consequences, it's crucial to recognize the inherent complexity of any situation. Any action sets off a chain of reactions that extend far beyond the immediate result. It's never as simple as A leads to B. Instead, B leads to C, D, and beyond, often involving other actors with their own motivations and responses. While it's impossible to predict all potential outcomes, developing more consequential thinking can help identify obvious negative consequences. This involves imagining various permutations and considering multiple degrees of effect. Often, this process may lead to the realization that inaction or patience is the wisest course. For organizations dealing with high-stakes decisions, it's beneficial to designate someone, preferably with a skeptical and prudent mindset, to game out possible consequences of strategies or actions. While this process can be time-consuming and potentially costly, it's often far less expensive than dealing with the fallout of unforeseen negative consequences. Non-consequential thinking is increasingly problematic in today's world, exacerbated by the rapid dissemination of information. This often creates an illusion of informed decision-making without genuine depth of understanding. Examples abound, from self-destructive wars like the 2003 invasion of Iraq to attempts at shutting down the American government for short-term political gain, and the recurring financial bubbles in tech stocks and real estate. Understanding the complexity of any world phenomenon is crucial. People and situations are inherently multifaceted. Actions trigger endless chains of reactions, far more intricate than simple cause and effect models suggest. While it's impossible to map out all potential consequences, cultivating more consequential thinking can help anticipate obvious negative outcomes, often making the difference between success and disaster. This process of thorough consideration may often lead to the wisdom of inaction or patience. For instance, had Caesar's assassins deliberated more thoroughly, they might have chosen to wait for his natural death or demise in battle, potentially altering the course of history. While this mode of thinking is vital for individuals, it's even more critical for large organizations where stakes are high and impacts are far-reaching. Assigning at least one person, ideally someone with a skeptical and prudent disposition, to thoroughly analyze potential consequences of strategies or actions can be invaluable. This process, while potentially time-consuming and costly, often proves far more economical than dealing with the aftermath of unforeseen catastrophes. In conclusion, the phenomenon of unintended consequences underscores the need for thoughtful, far-sighted decision-making. By recognizing the complexity of the world and striving to think more deeply about potential ramifications, we can work towards more effective solutions and avoid the pitfalls of short-sighted thinking. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you found something relatable, share your thoughts and personal experiences in the comments section below. Your insights could help someone else learn from them. Now, something important. Make it a habit to learn something beneficial every day. Remember, the content you consume is like food for your brain. Be intentional about it, because otherwise, the algorithm is designed to manipulate your thoughts. Think about it. We're always accepting your contributions through subscriptions to our channel. Your support will help us with upcoming projects and ensure we continue delivering top-notch content. Join us by subscribing today.